feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go, go.
Hey guys, how you doing? We have Mr. Ira Curry in the building again. How are you doing, brother?
I'm super good, man, and I'm super excited to be here. What's up, Kurshin? Oh my God! Like what? I said Kurshin.
Bro, I am freezing cold right now. In Australia, it is ice cold early in the morning. I know it's like you're on the other side of the world and stuff, and it's complete opposite. What's the temperature by you, man?
Yeah, man. So I think it's like 77 degrees. The sun is out. My skin
Oh
is
man,
like baking. It's amazing. I love it, dude. It's great over here.
man, it's single digits over here. Well,
Ooh.
Celsius, anyways.
I
Oh,
can't deal with it, man. That's why I'm over here, and that's why you're over there.
you you know what it is? It's 48 Fahrenheit. That's what it is.
Whoa,
I am
too cold.
cold. I am cold, boy. So, man, how have you been? What's been going on with you lately? Talk to
Man,
us.
business as usual. Things are super good. Manning the business, having a lot of conversations with God, and just
Mm,
living a life that a lot of people are looking at right now. Yeah. So
yeah.
that's me.
Listen, man, I want to talk about some heavy stuff today. You cool with that?
Let's do it. I'm all in.
Okay. Well, we know there's going to come a financial crisis real soon, right? What are your thoughts about how people can save themselves, create an opportunity during this crisis, and create their own business? Talk to us about that.
I think it's important that people start to always be in a saving mindset or always be in a mindset to where crisis
Mm,
can happen at any given time. But
mm,
even more important than all that, I think people should get away from the systems of the world and start to create systems of their own. And so,
yeah.
what does that look like? It could be them starting their own business. It could be them starting a side hustle. It could be them investing in stocks. It could be them investing in real estate, whatever that crypto, whatever that is for that person, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's so important as we move into this season that we move out of the systems of the world and find ways to invest in other systems or our
Mm.
own business. So that's what I would say to that.
Yeah, good man. Dude, I'm just gonna say something real fast before I forget. Guys, if you're in crypto right now, hold it. Hold it. Okay? You need to hold it for a couple of years. All right. So don't be scared about what's going on in the market because when God told me that things are gonna fly up in crypto, that meant you gotta hold it. All right, Mr. Ira Curry?
That's it.
That's it. What do you think about this new Web 3.0 and crypto and monetizing or tokenizing everything? What do you
I
think
think
about that?
it's I think it's the future. I think I haven't been led by God to really look too much into it just yet.
Hmm.
I get a lot of my wisdom, believe it or not, from you and your teachings on it.
Okay. I don't
Oh,
really teach that much.
no, you don't. But I mean, you talk about it every now and then. And what I'll say is, it's a very interesting thing. It's a very interesting concept, and I'm really looking forward to see how it progresses because I know it's the future. Like it is the future.
Hmm,
There's no doubt it's the future. So,
most definitely. So listen, man, we're talking about leaving your six-figure job today. Man,
ooh,
tell me what happened. Like, God told you to leave your job, right? But obviously that was a drastic thing, and yeah, how did it happen? How did you hear God's voice to even know that it's time to go?
this gets heavy. Okay, so I was just minding my own business. I was
Mm,
working my 9 to 5, and all of a sudden, I knew that things were starting to shift. Now, keep in mind, I didn't have a full blown relationship with God the way that I have now. And as I was working my 9 to 5, typical finance manager, things around me started changing. The boss, like my bosses and their managers, the relationship that I had with them, it started to deteriorate. It just didn't feel
mm,
like I was going to be next in line for an upcoming promotion. The favor was gone. I think that's what I want to say. And so
mm,
as I realized that the favor was gone, the next thing I know, like these things started taking place within the organization. For example, I forgot to have a customer sign a contract, and he decided that he wanted to sue the company because I forgot that. One, I never forgot to get people to sign things, and then two,
yeah.
things like that just didn't happen to me. So all these little things were starting to add up, and it came to a point to where the distractions. It came to a point to where the things that was around me was speaking so loud, like my circumstances was feeling so loud that I eventually got to the point to where I started losing grace to be on the job. I just didn't feel connected to the purpose anymore. I just didn't feel connected to the vision anymore. And it was in that moment at my lowest that I
Mm.
literally heard the Spirit of God speak to my spirit. And it literally said, quit your job. Now, I don't know about you guys that are listening right now, but I've never in my life had God speak to my spirit. And you will only know He's speaking to your spirit when you have that interaction. Since then, He spoke many other times. But that's how I knew that God was asking me to let go of my job. There was a series of events that was downfalls. I mean, that was just taking place that wasn't normally happening. And they were bad events. And on top of that, I started losing the grace, the desire to work the actual job that was bringing me so much fulfillment. And then it just came to a point to where God got so clear that He just literally spoke in my spirit, quit your job. And I knew that I had to walk away from the thing that was making me the income that was once fulfilling me.
Yeah. Wow. So, man, 6 figures is a lot of money. Like, how did you feel actually leaving that kind of income?
I felt nervous. I felt insecure. Was I really hearing God? Was this the devil?
Mm.
One, why was God even talking to me? I didn't have a relationship with God, not like that. He knew me, obviously, now that I look back, but I didn't know Him. And so, who was this God and why was He reaching out to me? I thought God was like way up there. Like before I became like what I consider fully surrendered to God, I never knew that you can have that one on one relationship with God the way that I have it today. And
Yeah.
so, it was a very traumatic and scary experience. Like, what do you do when the person, the creator that created you, is now knocking on your shoulder and asking you to take a leap of faith? And more importantly, He's asking you to step away from the thing that you have idolized. He's asking you to step away from the thing that was fulfilling you, that was sustaining you.
Mm. Wow. Man, so, okay, so I've been through some stuff myself, so I know that it couldn't just be just leaving the income. What else was going on during that time for you? You know, like the devil must have tried doing stuff because you said yes to God all of a sudden.
It wasn't just leaving the income, it was leaving the people that was connected with that season in my life, right? These were
Mm.
people that I had developed relationships 5 years with that wasn't just coworkers, they were family. And
Yeah.
so I think when I said yes to God, I didn't realize that I was saying yes to God. Like I just thought that I was doing what I felt like I had to do. Like I knew that God was telling me to let go of my 9 to 5, but I didn't realize what He was getting ready to have me to step into. Like
Mm.
I was just doing what I knew that my heart was telling me to do in a sense. And what that led to was me walking away from the 9 to 5. I'll never forget the day that I came in. It was a day after vacation. I was in my manager's office and I was like, hey, guys, this is a really tough decision, but today is going to be the last day that I'm working here. And I mean, as that moment was, it was so surreal, and how the managers, how they were looking at me and they're like, what do you mean? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean this is going to be your last day? And like, you can't go out and be successful. Like, what are you going to do? You'll be back,
Mm.
and you hear all those things. So I think the devil was speaking in those ways, but I really didn't know that the devil was like, I didn't really think much of him back then because
Yeah.
I never experienced that side. I knew that there was God, and I always felt like the devil was just like in hell. Like, and I know there got to be somebody that's listening out here right now. You guys can type in the comments right now if you are someone who never knew that the devil was that close and playing such a big part in your life. But
Yeah.
so I stepped away. I stepped away, and it led me into the unknown, and that's where I found myself walking away from that 9 to 5 and that 6 figure income.
Powerful. And what about your family, man? Like, what did they say?
What did the family say? Wow. They
Because they
didn't
feel it
really.
most.
It's funny because it was a couple days before I announced it. I didn't know what I was going to do next. I didn't know if I was going to look for another job. I had no idea that I was going to start a company. Let me just be the first and foremost to say that. Like, I had
Mm.
no idea. I just knew that God was telling me to let go of my 9 to 5. And as I let go of my 9 to 5, one thing led to the next. I found myself in my apartment for 30 days and I experienced this demonic torment for like 30 days of pure
Shit.
mental torture. I can't even describe it. And I just remember experiencing so much mental torture. And 30 days later, I woke up and I just started receiving all of these downloads and all of these ideals, and I just felt like I was being led to this website, and I was led to this website. And as I was being led, I didn't at the time, I had no idea that God was leading me, but He was leading me to different places, and He was giving me the spirit of wisdom and revelation to
Mm.
create my first company. And so within 30 days, we had the first company up. I don't even think my family had a chance to really react to me letting go of the job, because
Yeah.
30 days after I walked away from the company, I had a company that I had started.
Wow. That's quick though. That is quick, man. So, wow. I'm just gonna say for myself, it didn't take 30 days. Hey, it took some time. I had to like talking about your process, like my process as well. You know, but it definitely took some time. Wow. So I'm assuming that okay, did money start coming in straight away like that?
It's crazy, man. It was like the promise before the real promise. This is what I like to call that moment in my life.
Okay. Yeah.
So for 6 months, like I had like the company was at zero. I grew the business from zero to six figures less than 6 months with no experience. Money started coming in left and right. I started hiring so many people because the customers were just coming. Like it was so many people that was coming, and I had to hire this position and I had to hire for this. But before it was all said and done, by the end of the 6 to 8 months, I had a team of 10 people. In addition to that, we were making 15,000, generating that type of income for this company that just started like only a few months ago.
My
And so
goodness.
it was nothing but the hands of God. But the thing about it was that God wasn't revealing to me that it was Him that was doing it. Like I thought that I was doing it in my own strength. Like I literally thought that I was the one who was doing all of this stuff, just like many people who now are in the world who think that it's them that's doing the things that they're doing.
Mm.
And so as I deepened my relationship with God, He would soon go on and show me that it wasn't me that was doing it, that it was Him. And I'll tell you that the success that I experienced, it didn't last because it wasn't meant to last. And
Yeah.
so that led me to where God kind of forced me into a position to where I had to let go of that company in order to step into the next thing that God had in store for me.
And what was the next thing
The
that you
next
had?
thing, wow, the next thing was God's way of saying, hey, I want you to help others do what you've done. So I've accelerated you through the process of learning how to start your business, run your business, and grow your business. And now I'm taking you to the next level. And the next level for you looks like depending solely on me. I'm going to have you travel the world after an 8-month down period. But as
Mm.
you travel the world, you're going to be dependent on me. That means you're not going to know where the finances are going to come from. Most times you're going to be
My
broke.
goodness.
Other times you're not going to be figuring it out. Sometimes you may find yourself on the beach homeless. Sometimes you just may literally find yourself sleeping in a rental car, not an actual car, because you don't even own a car, because I need you just that dependent on me with what I'm doing in your life. And so as He started putting me in these positions, it really strengthened my relationship with God. Some of the hardest times in my life were also some of the best times in my life, because it kept me so focused on God. And as I traveled the world, I was basically in a position where I was broke, helping other people get it. Like these people were making much more money than me, and God was blessing their company. He was taking their companies to levels that my company had not even yet reached. But I knew that everything that I was doing was not in vain.
Mm.
I knew
Mm.
that God was going to bless me as long as I stayed faithful, as long as I stayed, on key. And so as I traveled the world and I helped other people get it,
Mm.
eventually I knew that I would get it. And yeah, that was my
Yeah.
journey.
Man, that's powerful, dude. That's a testimony. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just thinking of myself, and one of the first people that God started to bring to me were people who are playing around with millions of dollars. You know, some lady with an engineering company. I don't know what she was exactly, but she was had to do with some project that she was working on, and yeah, God brought her to me, and I'm like, I'm not even anywhere close. How am I supposed to do this? You know? But you know what? Yeah, I guess God tries to show us our potential in glimpses, and we just gotta be obedient and know He's training us in each and every situation. So man, so proud of you, dude. Listen, we come to the end of the show for today, but yeah, we're gonna talk again soon, all right, man?
Let's do it. Can't wait.
God bless you so much. We'll talk soon.
Thanks.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go,